We are live.
I can't see myself, but
it's now streaming live on Facebook. Here we are.
Brilliant. Okay, that's lovely. So long as everyone can see you, that's the most important thing. Hi, it's Sarah from Women Glowing Forward, my group that I like to have on local entrepreneurs, particularly women entrepreneurs who are doing something for us all during lockdown. And I have to say that I have been a fan of Alice Ramcharan for a long time, and I'm delighted to have her on the group. She has taken her business from very much class-based locally into the field of online. It wasn't an easy transition, as it hasn't been for many of us, but Alice has done amazingly well. I'm so proud to be her friend and to see her business thrive online. She is really special in that Alice doesn't sit still. She will go and learn new things for her customers and her clients. So she does all sorts of exciting things. And one of the things that I'm really keen on, because I'm an old bird, is the retro, have I got that right?
Retroaerobics coming up.
Yes. I'm going to hand you over to Alice, and she's going to tell you about all that she does. So Alice, over to you.
Thank you very much, Sarah. I'd just like to say, yeah, I've known Sarah a long time as well, and really appreciate her as a friend as well. She's, if you don't know Sarah, she's an absolutely amazing person. So yeah, we've known each other a long time. Sarah's been coming to classes as well, and I love you, Sarah. I love you. So yes, Retroaerobics is one of the many classes I'm doing. This one is coming up as a one-off on Tuesday, the 21st of July. I think I've put it in at 7 o'clock. So basically what it is, it's just taking aerobics back to 1980s. You can dress up if you want to. So even though we're going to be on Zoom, it doesn't stop the fun. So as you said previously, all my classes were class-based. So I was out in the community teaching at village halls, at schools as well. That all came very abruptly to an end in March. And yes, I keep getting reminded of the video that I did, because myself, like many of us, we just literally went from having a business overnight to having what we thought was going to be nothing. So very steep learning curve. I've had to learn technology that I'd never even heard of back in March. And now I think everybody's heard of Zoom. My husband was using it already when I mentioned it to him. He was like, oh yeah, I've been using that for years. So the classes are done on Zoom. So with things like the Retroaerobics, it's going to be so much fun. I encourage everybody to dress up. So if you've got leg warmers hiding in the cupboard, go and grab them out. If you've got funky tutus or 80s vests, go and get those out as well. If you want to wear funky sunglasses and things like that as well, you can. If you haven't got them, you've got time to order them as well, because I think the deliveries are coming back in pretty thick and fast now. So if you want to just dress up and enjoy the fun, you can. So the Retroaerobics is an 80s inspired aerobic workout with 80s aerobic music. So we can't, unfortunately, I can't use the original artist, but it's an 80s inspired mix that I'm using, because everything has to be license free and I have to buy the music specially. All these things you have to think about online, which I'd never even thought about. So it's going to be lots of fun. You can sign up on Gymcatch for that. But if you've got any questions, you can either contact myself or Sarah can point you in the right direction for that one. But it's just going to be a really good fun workout. It's not all about, you know, the weight loss and hammering the hard weights. It's about doing something that's enjoyable as well. And especially at the moment where we've all been thrown into this turmoil, we've been locked down, which okay is easing a little bit now. So things are getting a little bit easier for people. Exercise wise, we're obviously still not allowed to go out to the gym. You can only have groups of 5 people max, well 6 people including the instructor, so that's 5 people maximum, all at a distance and outside only. So I think the good thing about using Zoom is it's face to face, it's live, so we're doing it in real time, and you get to see everybody else as well. So it's actually like you're exercising with other people. So I had used other platforms. So I'd use things like Facebook Live and YouTube Live. But the thing with that is I can only see how many people are watching. what I don't know is if they're just watching me and not doing it, and they're just sitting there and watching, and it can get a little bit lonely because I'm there and not getting any feedback, and I can't see anybody. You can see me, but I say all I can see is a little number of people that are watching, rather than actually being able to interact with people. That said, on Zoom, if you don't want to have your video on, you don't have to. So that's another good thing about it, is if you just want to remain incognito and don't want to be seen, I've got a couple of people that come and do the classes and keep the video cameras switched off. So that's an option as well. During the class, I mute everybody, because otherwise it might be a little bit of a free-for-all and you wouldn't be able to hear me and you wouldn't be able to hear the music either. So before we have a bit of a chat, and then afterwards I unmute everybody and we can have a little bit of a chat then as well. So I think what people like about it is the social side of things as well. So it's not just like doing a workout video where you might, you know, yes, you can go on YouTube. Yes, there's people, the stars out that have got videos out, but literally you're on your own doing that video. You're not with other people. So I think that's the glory of Zoom. And like I said, the 80s aerobic is going to be a low impact aerobic exercise. So it's really good for everybody. You don't have to be a certain level of fitness. You can come in and enjoy the fun. Doesn't matter if you get it wrong. Like I say, you're going to be at home anyway, and you know, we're all going to be enjoying it. So it's just a really good one to do. So if you've not been exercising for a while, it's quite a nice one to do for an introduction. There's not going to be any really leapy abouty, jumpy moves. It's going to be all fairly low impact, and we'll probably do a little bit of floor work with it as well at the end. So working on different areas as well. So it's a good all over workout, a good fun one to join in. I do lots of other classes. As you say, I've got quite a lot of other things going on. I have a regular class timetable each week, which has things from fitness Pilates to HIIT to clubbercise. I've got extra classes going on as well. So tomorrow evening, I've got cardio combat, which I know is a favourite of yours, Sarah. So
it is, I love it.
If you want to come and punch and kick your cares away, you can do. And then on Thursday evening this week, as an extra, I've got legs, bums and tums coming up. So for anyone who wants to target those areas, I know in lockdown, it's we've been, well, I know I have, in comfort eating quite a lot. It's you know, and obviously there's been food available and drink available. So I think a lot of people have found that that's been their go-to thing. So now it's about getting back in shape and but just enjoying it. Find something that you enjoy. So it's not all about the weight loss. It's about the releasing of happy hormones. So the serotonin, and just feeling better about yourself as well. So rather than just thinking and focusing on things like weight loss, it's about feeling better, just setting gradual goals and aiming for those and building up towards them, but increasing your level of fitness and stamina as well. So I say there's lots on offer. I think at the moment I've got about 10 regular classes each week, and then there's always a couple of extra sort of master classes and one-off classes as well. So over the coming weeks, as well as the retro aerobics, I think I've got, what else, as well as the cardio combat legs, bums, tums, there's stability ball class coming up. So if you've got one of the big balls, I've got one there. If you've got one of those, then do come and join me for that. And we've also got a stretch class as well. So there's a bit of stretch, relaxation and meditation. So if anybody wants a little bit of a more gentle workout, but in feeling in need a bit more of a bit of you time, and focusing on mental awareness and mental fitness rather than just physical fitness, that's quite a good one to do as well. So it's very low key, a lot of stretching. We do breathing, relaxation techniques, and then a bit of meditation at the end as well for that one. So yes, lots going on, and it's been a very, very steep learning curve. Like I say, I've had to learn technology, and I'm not technology minded. Luckily, husband works in video conferencing, so I have the perfect person who set it all up for me. Otherwise, I'd probably still be floundering. So
Andy's a star.
Tell me
a bit more about the static ball thing. Show them, because I bet there's a lot of people who've got a deflated ball under their bed somewhere.
One of those.
Yeah, I bet you there's a lot of ladies that have got a deflated one of those. I for sure have. It's blue. Indeed. I know where it is.
Oh yes, they were. A lot of them were blue.
Yeah.
Then they started doing different colours.
Yeah.
This silver one. I had to invest in a new one. I did get a new one. This one, I think it was less than a tenner or so. I can't remember now. I got it on eBay, but Amazon do them. Some of the supermarkets do them. There's different makes out there. this one is a 65 centimeter, so most people will want a 65 centimeter one, unless you're very little. Then a 55 centimeters, and if you're quite tall, so I'd say probably 5'10" and over, you might want a 75. But for anywhere in between, the 65 centimeter, which is this size, will be what you're needing. And yeah, so come and join me. We're going to be doing lots of exercise again. This is going to be a really good fun class. I used to teach loads of stability ball classes back in the day, and then it's the sort of thing, like you say, that then just gets put underneath the bed or in the cupboard, and it gets forgotten about. I'd forgotten about them, to be honest with you. Used to use them all the time when I was working in the gym, and then they just sort of disappear off and you don't see them so much anymore.
But they are quite good, even as you get a bit older, because they're to do with holding your core and your stability in your pose. So it's about, you know, reducing shoulder stress, which I'm really big into, reducing sort of head and neck stress. And if you get your posture right and you've got good core support, that's really going to help, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So it's and I mean, it's what it does is provides an unstable base, so you find that everything's having to work a little bit harder than you usually would. And I mean, it's also good because some of the exercises we'll do are going to be sitting on the ball. So when we're sitting on it, again, it's quite good for people that have got mobility issues, or for anybody that maybe might not be able to do a full standing up workout. So that's quite good as well. Although I will say the workshop that I'm doing isn't geared at that.
Yeah.
I did do a sit fitness class the other week, actually, which went round really well. And that's all seated on a chair. So again, that's really good for anybody with mobility issues. It's actually really good for any office workers as well. So if you're struggling to get away from your desk, then you can you know, you can just sit at the desk and do sort of 10-15 minutes of that, and it actually does give you a really good workout as well. So that was a good fun one, so I'll probably throw in another one of those soon as well.
Okay.
So lots going on. I mean, I've really enjoyed being online, actually, in the terms of it's actually allowed me to be a lot more creative. There's been so many classes that I used to teach back in the day that I haven't done for a long time, that I've been able to do because I can just think, oh, I'm going to teach that next week, and I just throw it out there and people can book. You don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to worry about if halls are available, or if I've got enough people attending, or if I'm going to be able to find a hall, or if I'm going to be able to get the time slot. It's literally, you know, I'll think, oh, I'm going to do that next week. I put it out there. If there's interest, I'll do it, and if there's not, I won't. So far, there's been interest in everything. So it's so it's quite good. Like I say, it's allowed me to be a lot more creative with the classes rather than just sticking to a set timetable. So,
and I think that opens people up to looking again at their fitness, because I used to, obviously, from my age group, I used to really love the 80s music, obviously. And now when you said that, I'm like, yeah, and doing different things. I think the more that you are wanting to do that, and the more that your enthusiasm comes through with it, you know, there'll be people out there that have maybe thought, oh, I don't want to do HIIT, or I don't want to, but they might think, well, do you know what? I can just have a bit of a dance around to the 80s music, or even Clubbercise, which is more 90s music.
Yeah, exactly.
It's still getting your body moving. Yeah. And no one is going to say to you, you're doing that wrong. It's not like being in a yoga or a Pilates class where, yes, you need to get it right a bit more. But with the Clubbercise and the 80s one, ladies, just get your booty moving. That is what it's all about.
It is indeed. That's it. And it's like exercise has got to be fun, otherwise you're not going to stick at it. And yeah, in terms of Clubbercise and things, obviously it's different than Pilates and yoga, as in it's more sort of freestyle. Obviously you need to be doing things safely, rather than just sort of leaping about all over the place wildly.
Especially in your own home.
Yeah, exactly.
Caution there, health and safety.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Please make sure you've got enough space.
But it is a good fun one. And say that the main thing about exercise is if you enjoy it, you're more likely to stick at it. And I think as well, this has been a good experience for people, because I've had people signing up for the monthly package, and it means they've actually been able to try classes that in the real world they wouldn't have been able to try, because time might have prevented it. You know, people have children in the evening and they
Yeah.
can't necessarily get out more than once a week. So they may have had their one class that they came to each week, or they may have had a few classes. But what this has allowed is for people to try lots more classes. They usually would have done. And I think a lot of people have been surprised, because things that they wouldn't have tried outside either, they've tried and actually found they've really enjoyed them. So I think it's been a really positive experience in that way. So
and I think as well, sometimes when you first walk into a physical class, what happens is you see the ladies talking, they've known each other a while, and if you have come on your own and you try and find your spot at the back of the class and you're a bit worried, so you're not actually enjoying it because you're kind of focused on doing it right, not knowing anybody, looking a bit silly. Whereas if you try something in your own home, and then Alice says, well, actually in September I'm going to be doing that in X hall, and you think, well, I'm used to that, I'll go along and meet these ladies that I've been waving to online.
Yeah.
So it's
and gents, I might point out.
Yeah, and gents, I know. Yeah, and
gents as well.
And gents. And so I think it's actually a really good starting point to get your exercising re-motivated. You could go on to every single class once and have a look and sit and think, no, that's not for me, but then think, I really enjoyed that. But your choice is there.
Yeah.
And that's what's important. And as you say, it's that thinking, oh, have I really got to sign up for 6 weeks or something I don't know if I'll like? Well, no, Alice has given us all the opportunity to try it, and then she asks for feedback, and she says, you know, shall I do that again? Did you enjoy it? And the more feedback that a class gets, then the more likely it is to be able to done again or be put into a program. So
exactly,
you know, the choice is yours, girls, but I would say definitely give 3 or 4 different things. And even the boxing, a lot of people say, I wouldn't be able to do that. Well, it's not asking you to wear boxing gloves or have a punch bag or anything like that. What it is, it's getting your upper body, well, and your core as well, but your
a lot of lower body and a bit of everything basically.
But it's an energetic one, and it's different. And also, if you've had a bad day, it's great.
and you can always pretend to punch me looking at
the
screen.
No. But there's probably a couple of people that some days you think, oh.
Well, yes.
So, Alice, how do we get hold of you then?
So I have a page which is on Facebook, which is the main page, which is Pyramid Health and Fitness. So www.facebook.com/Pyramid Health and Fitness. There is also a group that I have, but if you want information on that, you could drop me a line through the Pyramid Health and Fitness page. So there's a messaging facility on there. If you want to, you can add me as a friend. So it's Alice Ramcharan. So you can find me, although I think with my settings, you may need to have people that are mutual friends. So if we haven't, then you may not be able to add me. So going onto the Pyramid Health and Fitness page is probably the best bet. And then drop me a message from there, and I can then send you the link. There's an actual group as well, which I post information in there. So if anybody wants to join that, you can do. But all the information is on the page as well.
And if they decide to go onto Gymcatch, all they've got to do is, when it says search, they've just got to type in pyramid and it'll come up with you anyway. You
have to, I think it says find fitness. So you click on that and then you can search. And if you go to pyramid and just literally type in pyramid, hit the search button, an icon comes up and it says Pyramid Health and Fitness Limited. You click on the icon and it actually takes you through to the calendar. So you then click on the individual dates and it will show you what classes are running on that day. And then you can click on the individual classes and then go in to book those. And once people have booked, what happens is either the night before, or if it's a daytime class, or on the day, I'll send out a message via Gymcatch, and the code for the classes gets sent out via Gymcatch. So then people can use that code or the link just to log straight in when the time comes for the class.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Alice. As you know, I think it's great, and I really think people should get out there exercising, especially ladies who have stopped going to classes for whatever reasons. Get back in there, do them. and you'll see me at some of them. You might not recognize me because sometimes I've got my hair back or whatever and I'm sweating and not wanting to talk to anybody, but you'll probably see me on a few of them. And look, just go and have a look.
Indeed.
You don't know, there might be something that you really, really fancy.
Exactly.
So Alice and I are going to leave you now. We're going to carry on and have a little bit of a chat in the background, but we're going to leave you now. Thank you, Alice.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me on today. It's been a
pleasure.
pleasure.
All right, and I will see you. I can't remember what I'm doing first, but I will see you this week.
You will indeed.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Right. We're not record. Oh, hang on.
It still says live on Facebook.
I know. So why are we not? There we